Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here. And up to this point, we have been looking at understanding the relationship between velocity and force. And today we're going to be investigating how different forces, strong and weak, can cause some velocity changes that are greater than others. And this is going to be the question that we're looking to investigate in our lab today. And we're going to be breaking down not only how to test this investigating question, but also how to record some necessary information in the Amplify page that's going to show what your lab's conclusions were, what the data is, and how we're going to be answering this question. So, this slideshow can be found by clicking the help button. And let's go ahead and take a look at what our investigation and lab for today looks like. So today you're going to be answering our investigating question using the following tools. You're going to have two toilet paper springs, two lids, and a meter stick. And we're going to be looking at different forces that we can apply to these different jars to observe different velocity changes. Now, each spring that we're going to be using, it has 3 marks to show how much force that it can exert, 1, 2, or 3. And we're going to set our launchers to different levels to see how this force affects the velocity of our lids. So what's going to happen is you and a partner are going to place your 2 lids next to each other with the meter stick in the middle. You're going to draw back your toilet paper springs and apply a force to each spring in order to see what kind of velocity changes occur. Partner A is going to be pulling their toilet paper spring to force number 2, with partner B pulling their toilet paper spring to force number 3. And you guys are going to hit the jars at the same time until one lid reaches the opposite side of the meter stick first. So this isn't a race. You're hitting the jar lids at the same time. So both players will pull it back at their different forces. They'll let go. They'll hit the lids. When both are ready and pulled back, they'll hit the lids again. And they will hit the lids at each point until one partner gets their lid to the end. You're going to be doing this 3 times, okay? And you're going to be going into your data table in the Amplify page to record some information about variables within this lab, the data that you collect about the jar lids themselves, and some questions about how things went. So let's go ahead and take a look how to do that in the Amplify page. So starting with the very first set of questions, these are some pre-lab questions. So the first one is, what will you change the independent variable in each test? What are we changing? What is different within the test itself? Think about what partners are doing. Think about how force is applied. What is different and what is changed within the test? Second, what will you observe the dependent variable as a result of that change? So we have a cause, some sort of thing in our lab that's changing, and we have the effect. So what is that effect? What are you observing that is the result of those changes in our lab? And then last but not least, what are you going to keep the same as your control? So what things remain constant? What things don't change? What things do you need to stay the same in the lab so you can get reliable results about your lid? Once you've answered those questions, we're going to go into our table here, and we're going to record which jar lid reached the end of the meter stick first for each of our 3 trials. So was it force number 2? Force number 3 we'll record. And then we're going to answer these reflection questions here, reflection questions 1, 2, and 3, about what conclusions can we draw from this lab. So after you have conducted your lab 3 times, after you've completed the pre, during, and post lab information, make sure you hit that hand in button. If you have questions, reach out. Otherwise, good luck.